Hello everybody, I know we haven't done many of these this season, if any. I can't remember if we've really done any this year, but a Taff en route, I know a lot of people have been asking about it, and for once I'm actually not doing any driving today. Thank you, Phil. And I thought, yeah, no time like the present to bash one out, so I didn't say right today, fucking hell. And I can tell I'm out of practice on this, but anyway, Swindon away today. I fancy us because of Swindon's home form. Our away form has been pretty good of late. I think, what was it? I think we're unbeaten away for quite a while actually. I think the only real losses we've had have been at home, Hartlepool and Exeter. We drew with Bradford. We won at Stevenage and Carlisle. And prior to that, I think we've done all right. So on those statistics, you'd fancy us. Players potentially still injured. Ollie Cooper we could do with having back, but Jake Kane is apparently back for this game, so our midfield should be okay. Courtney Baker-Richardson, I'd imagine would be likely to start today. Him and Telford up front, and I think Josh Pask is back for today as well. But if not, Clark has been great. So as long as we got Clark and Dimitri and Clark is fully fit, because I know he's had a few issues. I think he saw it the full game last time, I believe. So I think Cameron Norman fits in good at the back, but is better served on the right because he's so good going forward. But you've got to fancy us, and for me it's massive because a loss could potentially put us even finishing in the playoffs in jeopardy. The lowest we could potentially finish is 11th, the highest we could potentially finish is 2nd, although 2nd ain't going to happen. 3rd could happen. If we get a win today and Oldham can do us a favour against Port Vale. Tranmere and Bristol Rovers play against each other today as well, which is going to provide us with a bit of a favour, and beating Swindon obviously knocks them away. So it's also in the balance, and still with another 5 games left to go. It's so tight, so people can't write off any eventuality, I don't think. But I'm going to pass this over to the old favourite. He's driving at the moment, so I'll switch the camera around. But you know, we'll only be able to listen, we won't be able to see him properly. But Phil, so what do you reckon is going to happen today?
Morning everybody, excited. A bit nervous, but I think we could. I know we're going to win today. We need to. We've got to, and I think the time is right for us now to start a good run. Starting today, and I reckon it's going to be 3-1 to the county.
3-1. I hope so. So, do you think Taff is going to find his scoring boots again today?
Well, if Richardson's back in, then there's no reason why he shouldn't. He's had 2 partners who have done well, but they just don't blend like the natural 2 did before. And yeah, I don't think it's all down to Telford, mind you. I think the midfield looks good, and we already know that Clark, Mickey at set pieces could do something today. But no, it's massive. This is a massive game, and we're up for it.
You said that we got to win, so it's a must-win game in your eyes then, yeah?
Yeah, it's a must-win game. If we come away with a draw, we've got to pray that all the other results are in our favour. Automatics, I think we'll almost certainly be out if we lose. But I keep saying if, no, we're going to win. So, and then that will put us in the right frame for a Friday night against Crawley, and then a massive game again. Well, every game's massive, and then Sutton, and then the rest can do what they want because we'll be in the playoffs definitely.
So the one thing I wanted to ask you, to his standards, Finnazaz hasn't been on the boil the last couple of games. I mean, to anybody else's standards, you could say he's had reasonable games, but to his standards, he hasn't been quite firing as he would have been doing previously. Do you think the day could be the perfect one for him to have a bit of a turnaround on that?
Who's this, Telford?
Finnazaz.
Who?
Finnazaz.
Oh, last two, he set himself a really high standard with this last month or so. He's been the best player on the pitch. But the last 2 games, he's lost a little bit. He doesn't look as confident. But yeah, again, this is a big game, a massive game, and it's set up for him to do something, and I think he will.
Let's hope so. So we're going to go and do what we usually do and predict the starting lineup. It looks as though he's favouring Joe Day again now in goal. Do you think Joe Day will start in goal?
Oh, definitely, yes.
Yeah. So we can assume that it's going to be Norman on the right.
Yeah.
Clark and Dimitri in the centre.
Yeah.
I would prefer Aaron Lewis to start today. I think Haynes is great, but I just like Aaron Lewis down that left.
Yeah, I think Lewis is just in front of Haynes.
So it'll be the 4-2-2-2. So we're probably looking at Bennett and Wilmot, the first 2 midfielders.
Yeah.
And potentially Jake Kane and Finn Azaz as the other 2.
Yeah.
And then up front, Courtney Baker Richardson and Telford.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Not
so. Against Street or Fisher. But as I say, past records show that those 2 up front, well, you haven't got to look at their goals. We need those 2 to perform today.
Well, the thing is, if that our predicted lineup is correct, we've got the likes of James Waite, Matty Dolan, Rob Street, Alex Fisher coming off the bench potentially to affect the game, even if Kev Ellison makes the bench as well. You know, there's 5 players that can change a game there.
Yeah, it's like to see Cooper back in there, but I don't think he's ready yet.
He may not be ready. We'll probably be looking at next Friday until we see Ollie Cooper back. But
the bench looks good.
But if that predicted lineup is the lineup, for me, that's got to be good enough to go there and get a result.
Well, yeah, and one major factor, their top goal scorer is not playing. Mick, whatever his name is.
McCurdy.
McCurdy.
Out with injury, yeah.
Not playing, so that's another added spice to our victory. But
I think for me the biggest threat from them would be Johnny Williams, because when he came off the bench in the home fixture, he changed the game and they ended up winning it when it was likely that we were going to win it. So
we're going to win today.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that. I'm confident on that. Cheers for that then, Phil. Thank you very much.
With 1,200 supported behind them, we're gonna win.
Yeah, it's got to be done. So there we have it. We're just over the Severn Bridge. We're getting there slowly but surely, but yeah, it's such an important game today. I think I'm with Phil on that. I think we're going to win today. Swindon have fallen off the boil a bit. They were looking very likely to be a top 3 candidate when we last played them. You know, they're not quite as consistent as they were back then, and their home form is poor in comparison to everybody else's, and our away form is pretty good. So statistically, we got a chance. So let's go and see. Thanks for watching, everyone. Those who are going to see you there, those who are not. Obviously, you won't be able to catch you on iFollow. This is a Saturday 3 o'clock, but hopefully you'll be listening in, and we can get the result and come home with 3 points. Cheers from everybody, and as always, up the county.